wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, what's going on? It is Wednesday. Welcome to the KVJ show. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, you know by Jaybird's outfit, it is World Record Wednesday.
Oh, how exciting is that?
It's got that pizza onesie on, so we've got something exciting coming up for you today.
Big day.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Just part of the fun that we got going on here, so strap on in. Let's get ready for this. Pretty much all over the place, not only on the radio, we're on the free 97.9 WRMF app, and you can even watch KVJ TV. It is on YouTube. Dial it up right now and just look for the KVJ show. Hello.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, she's got that driver's license song that everybody loves so much, and now Olivia Rodrigo is headed to the White House. Apparently, she's going to be going to discuss outreach efforts to help get younger Americans vaccinated.
Okay.
Maybe she'll write a song about it.
Vaccination.
I love that. It's good, Kev.
In other news, it sounds like Courtney Cox finally got a nomination. You know, over the years that Friends was on TV, everybody got a nomination for an Emmy Award, and she never was nominated. But now the reunion special has been nominated, and because she's a producer on it, she now has been nominated 17 years after the show wrapped.
Look, better late than never.
Yes.
And is it kind of low budget that it's only a producer credit and not an acting credit?
Yes.
Okay. So it counts, but not really.
Everybody else got an actor credit, and you got a producer credit. Wah, wah.
Participation trophy.
Yeah.
And finally here, I don't know what's going on. This could be a mistake in the wings. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are talking marriage. Sources say the two are head over heels and have, quote, never experienced love like this before and are so committed that they're considering getting married.
I kind of feel like they have a curse with them. You get married to them, things don't go well for you after.
A lot of time.
Ask Kanye. Ask Lamar Odom. The list goes on.
I hate to actually add this, but I think isn't one of their hairdressers, I think her hairdresser was alluding to the fact that they went to Vegas and are already hitched.
What?
Yeah, they were apparently kicking it there over the weekend, and she said, I see why people go to Vegas to get married.
Oh,
you kind of hate that you know that a little bit.
I do.
Yeah,
like I
look
said, I
at
hated to
you.
add it, but yeah.
I mean, that is a scoop,
Yeah.
Kevin.
You're just doing your job, but you hated doing your job right there.
There are parts of my job I hate. That was part of it.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you think about today, Jaybird?
Well, I know you guys probably already know this, but I want to wish you all a happy National Mac and Cheese Day.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big day. Mac and cheese is in my top 5 of all time.
Okay.
And I feel like it is a great comfort food. It's better than a soup. It tastes better than a soup, right?
Absolutely.
Now, are you guys a shell person, or are you a... I've even seen people do angel hair mac and cheese, which is very good. What type of shell are you?
I like the Velveeta shells and cheese. That's my favorite.
I do too, and I know
So good.
I know it's not real cheese, and for a woman who hates chemical food,
I know. I'm not supposed to love Velveeta. I know it's like a couple ingredients away from being a yoga mat, but it still tastes good.
Fat Kevin, I gotta get your perspective on mac and cheese.
Well, if it's mac and cheese, it's got to be macaroni noodles. If you do the shells, it's not shells and noodles or shells and cheese and whatever.
I mean,
You mean the elbow macaroni?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to me,
He's a traditional
I'm
man.
a traditionalist. Yeah, I got to go with. I mean, mac and cheese. It's got to be macaroni noodles.
I think I'm a shell guy. I love them shells, baby.
Yeah, but then I don't know if you can celebrate today. Technically, can you?
They still call that mac and cheese, though.
They do?
It's
Okay.
it's a macaroni. It's still a
feels like it's
macaroni. It's just a macaroni made out of a shell.
Really? Okay, I don't know my pastas well enough.
I mean, Fat Kevin, I'm a little disappointed in you.
Kevin hasn't had pasta in about 17 years.
Yeah,
so.
I really haven't. So I did not know that a shell was also macaroni.
Well, if you go to Publix and you buy Velveeta shell, it's going to say macaroni and cheese on there, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
yes.
still mac and cheese.
All right.
But my question to the people, they're always so good at this. Where is a restaurant out here that I may not know about that does serve a great mac and cheese? I know that Yard House does some. There's a grilled cheese place that off the gallery with the Northwood area.
Yeah.
They do a macaroni and cheese, grilled cheese, which is
Okay.
good. But I want to know, where is the good mac and cheese places at?
Okay.
I need to know. They helped me out with the pierogies the other day. I went on social media and asked where the good pierogies are at.
I was shocked over the weekend at Legoland. We ate in the hotel in this pirate restaurant, and they had the best mac and cheese. So gooey, so thick, and they were shells, but they were giant shells.
Some people don't make mac and cheese the right way either.
Oh, it was so good.
That's good to hear. That warms my heart.
Virginia, what do you have on your mind today?
I'm annoyed because I woke up this morning, and whenever I wake up, the first thing I do is I check Life 360 to see where Magnolia is and to see what time she came home and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
I bought the package on Life 360 where you can pay a little extra and then you can see like how fast the car they were traveling in was going and what time they
yeah.
were here and what time they left there. Like, it's well worth it as a parent who's like nervous like I am, because your daughter is 16 and driving by herself and it freaks you out. So I woke up, and usually it says that she's at home, but it says she was down the street at her girlfriend's house in the neighborhood, but that she never came home. She never even texted me, and she just slept over at her girlfriend's house without even telling me.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
That ain't cool.
What happens?
You just gonna get on the microphone and complain and do nothing, or you gonna do something about it?
No, I'm going to call that ass and wake it up right now and scream at her.
I don't believe it.
Right now?
I want to put this on. Yeah, I want to see this.
So
I'm
calling Magnolia so you can scream at her? Is that what's going on?
Well, how uncool is that? Just to not even say anything to your mom?
I'm calling your bluff that you're not going to call Magnolia. I say,
I'll call her.
Get her.
You want me to call her on my phone, or you want Kevin to call her?
Look, I don't care.
Do you think she'd pick up, or is she going to be, I'm sleeping?
That's a good.
That's a great question.
That's also a good imitation of a teenager.
Oh my gosh, I'm just sleeping. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll call her if you want me to. I'm super annoyed.
Well, I think it gets trickier. Do you not find as they get to be teenagers and how you discipline them?
It is tricky, but I need her to know that it's upsetting for a mom who's just getting used to her having her freedoms to not know where she is. And all you have to do is just tell me that you're sleeping out at a friend's house. Like, my mind immediately starts to wander.
Well, she's 16, right? Okay.
Yes.
And what's her curfew? Right now, what time is she supposed to be home?
She's supposed to be back in our neighborhood by midnight. But she also is supposed to tell me if she's sleeping out at a girlfriend's house.
Neighborhood or at your house?
So there's several kids that live in the neighborhood and they all hang out together. And I've told her, as long as you're in the neighborhood by midnight, you're fine.
I mean, that's pretty good for a teenager. Those are, to me,
I know.
You got some good freedom as a teenager with those parameters.
It's better than mine.
Heck yeah.
Well, it's safe where we live. It's gated. The kids like to go hang out by the basketball court and hang out by the tennis court and talk and do what teenagers do. So I'm okay with that if they're home.
Okay.
And not running the streets after midnight.
So she's street running right now. You don't really know for certain.
She's in the neighborhood, but I drove past the little girl's house and she's sleeping over at the little girl's house, but she didn't tell me she was sleeping out. I woke up and I looked in her bed and she wasn't there, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, when you wake up and your kids aren't there,
it can be horrifying.
that could be scary. That could be a little scary.
All right, I'm sending her a text right now.
Okay, let me know how it goes.
That's gonna be. There's no way she answers that.
No, I don't think so. No. I'm sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
What are your simple pleasures? I think that we all need this. To me, what a good day is it's littered with, and I guess you could maybe, they use this term for movies, Easter eggs. you kind of drop little fun things throughout the day that kind of get you from moment to moment. Because, we got a lot of things that we don't necessarily want to do with our daily lives. But I think having those little things that you can look forward to that kind of boost your mood, that kind of make life worth living. And so to me, my day, I look at it and it's kind of littered with little Easter eggs. I'm like, if I can get to this, I can have this. And this kind of keeps me going. To me, one of my biggest simple pleasures, and they say, according to this new survey, that America's #1 simple pleasure is listening to music.
It is. It's soothing, and it gives kind of like almost a drug-like reaction for some people.
It does, without a doubt. I don't go anywhere where I don't have music on. I listen as I get ready for everything. When I get home in the day, I put on music immediately, so it's always kind of going through the house, and I find that it always kind of maintains my mood at a constant level.
Well, they use it big time in some emotional therapy kind of training. It's a great tool for all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know that I always had that kind of awareness. So I'm saying this for anybody who's not necessarily aware of your mood. Always kind of checking, because if you feel like, man, I'm just down, I'm depressed, I'm angry all the time, I'm just not happy. Music can do a lot for that, and making sure that you're recognizing what your own simple pleasures are in life, and then making sure that you're dropping those little rewards throughout the course of a day. And there are many different little simple pleasures that you could do. Maybe it's a food. A lot of people have a simple pleasure as a favorite food that you get home and you got a little snack that you look forward to.
And you eat it all, and then you get fat, and then you get depressed. Dang it, what a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
There are healthy snacks, too.
I'm just kidding.
What?
I know, right?
Healthy snacks.
They say that a good show or a movie, that often a lot of times is a nice little reward. If we've got time at the end of the day, my wife and I, we always love to have a show that we're watching. We'll put it on for 30 minutes or something like that and watch a little bit of it. But that's one of the things that we do every single day. And then getting a good night's sleep always sets you up great for the next day. If you kind of have that, maybe 2 to 3 simple pleasures littered throughout your day, and then making sure every single night you're at least roping off enough time to get a good night of sleep. Don't have that great show go 2 hours too late and you cut 2 hours of sleep out. That's not how that works.
But everything you're talking about right now is honestly what I believe in my life. I've always tried to look for even the smallest. If I'm just going to go over and hang out with Denny's and play guitar with him or record some music, or if I know I got a pizza on the way,
right.
Those really are important. And those little things add up.
You got to be responsible for managing your mood. When you get up every single day, think of that as you are managing your mood. And these are all simple little ways to manage your mood. You wake up with a good night of sleep, and then you've got simple pleasures to look forward to throughout the day. And then even in your own mind, Virginia always talks about exercise gratitude, smile even when you don't want to. Those little things will lift your spirits. And so many people talk about how they're depressed or angry or just not enjoying life. I think if you make just a few little tweaks, you'll notice that life's a lot better for you.
You gotta want to make them tweaks, though.
You do. Well, I mean, who wants to go through life going, yeah, I'm kind of enjoying being miserable?
I know. I
hope you're not saying that.
I have some relatives up in Rhode Island that love it.
I hope you're not saying that. If you are, I can't help you. So have you already been destructive this morning? As destructive as our very own Jaybird? You ever just wake up and just start breaking everything around your place?
I did today. Today, I get that I'm a clumsy fool, but let me tell you, today was a banner day for me real early. And we're still not even out of the 6 o'clock hour yet, right?
Yeah, how long have you been up?
I've been up since 3.
Okay, all right, so you're 3.5 hours in, and how long did it take for you to start breaking stuff?
Under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes.
I got up, and for whatever reason, my house was super dark this morning. I didn't put the right lights on or something, so it was very dark.
Okay.
So I'm walking through my little living room area, and I didn't see this nice vase that my sister got me.
Uh-oh.
And I basically punted it and didn't realize it and shattered the vase.
Okay.
My foot doesn't feel great, so that calamity's going on. So I go to sit down on a chair because my foot's hurting, and it's this wooden chair. And as I sit down, I kind of sit down too hard, and the chair breaks. my fat ass broke the chair.
Oh, man.
So then I'm doing this TikTok video, kind of what you did. Virginia did a video where it shows you how our mornings go really quick on TikTok. So I'm showing me in the shower, and I'm trying to get a good shot. I don't realize that the shower head is hitting my phone. So now, my phone's a little fuzzy right now. So technically, I mean, my phone's working. I'll give it 2.5 half things I've destroyed.
Okay, so if you're starting off with kind of a bad day, you're probably lagging behind Jaybird somewhere.
I'm asking if anyone's broken something today, please call in or text. Make me feel better.
Okay.
Please.
Is there pieces of this vase and this chair just all over your house?
Well, yeah, I pretty much.
That's what would be so hard for me, is to leave the house and go to work and leave that mess there.
Oh.
I'd be sitting here thinking about it the whole time.
No, I didn't leave the vase. No, I picked up the vase because there's
okay.
glass everywhere. The chair is just, I mean, it's broke.
It's just that forget
It's
about
just done.
In my defense, it's
Yeah.
kind of an old wooden chair.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably need to go anyway,
It
huh?
needed to
You just
go
did it a
anyway.
favor.
I'm not sure what broke it. Me being fat or my bony ass. I got a bony
It's an
butt.
interesting combo,
It
huh?
is.
It's an interesting combo, how your butt can be bony.
Yes.
Okay, if you got to write a rule for society, what would that rule be that we should all follow? So people were talking about some unwritten rules that they think everybody should just kind of know, just have a civilized society. Let's all just kind of abide by this.
Yeah, just because someone can't punch you right away when you type something on a computer to them doesn't mean you should actually type it.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? You don't have to type everything that's in your mind.
Maybe you should only type what you would say to someone's face. Is that kind of it?
That's kind of it. Yeah.
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 That makes sense. That'd be a good.
It's easy to get all squirrely behind a screen.
If you wouldn't say it to somebody's face, don't type it to them in a random chat.
Well, I just think that we're at a point now where you can say anything to anybody at any given time, and there's really anything goes. Armageddon out there.
Right. When you say it to somebody's face, there's some consequences that could happen. They could
Yes.
just flat out deck you right in the schnoz.
Well, you don't even know who you're talking to half the time.
Yeah.
You think you're talking to a Kevin Ralston, and then you find out it's a fake Kevin Ralston.
It's made us more uncivilized as a society. I think that we have done that. And unfortunately, now we've carried some of our keyboard behaviors out into public. And that's why you're seeing people flipping out on airplanes and going all crazy in stores.
Well, it's all a big cycle because
Yeah.
now people are filming it, and it's going back on the internet, and it's just feeding this machine that you're right. It's bleeding into regular day life.
Yeah, every day we got another story about that. Another unwritten rule to follow: no listening to music on your phone in a public place without headphones.
Oh, yeah.
It is just rude, and I always try to carry headphones with me, even around my family. If I'm doing something that is kind of blaring something out, we are trying to in our family be like, hey, put your headphones in, because nobody else wants to hear that noise pollution that's going on. Like, for instance, the other night my wife curled up into bed next to me, and she starts going through TikTok. And if you don't know, TikTok is nothing but screaming.
It's loud.
It's so loud.
And I'm trying to do show work, and I'm like, I cannot think anything. So I had to put in my own headphones and start listening to music, because there's no way you could concentrate. If you're ever trying to do anything, I give you the TikTok challenge. Have someone scroll through TikTok right in your ear as you're trying to do something you're trying to think about. It's absolutely impossible.
It's a bit jarring.
Yeah, so these, headphones are a big thing to have. Couple other unwritten rules. Just because you know someone who does something for a living doesn't automatically mean that they owe you a discount if you ask for their services.
That is a big one. Sometimes if you have a friend, let's say your friend makes art, and can I get that for free? No, you're making it. You should sell it if it's good enough. That is.
Yeah. Another one that applies to the headphones. If somebody is wearing headphones and is clearly keeping to themselves, leave them the F alone.
Oh yeah.
I know that happens a lot.
I have a story about that.
Yeah. We're going to hear that coming up here in just a second. Yeah, Jaybird was just shopping yesterday in Publix, and somebody came up and was like, hey, had his headphones on, trying to keep to himself, but they had something they had to tell him, and it wasn't good what they had to tell him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really. I just want to hear how you guys would react to it.
It's kind of a universal sign that people, hey, look, if you want to be in your own world with your own thoughts and you got your own groove going on, that is your right. And the universal sign to that is having headphones in.
Even somebody that's reading a book, I'm like, they're in their book zone right now. I'm not going to even try to disturb them.
Yeah, you're right. They're kind of doing their own thing. I remember that one time where I used to work in that common area. I had the cubicle and I put my headphones on because I was trying to focus on the show. And somebody came up and they're kind of like tapping me. I'm like, please don't. Like, I need to get this work done.
Remember when that one guy would always do that?
And then they took the headphones off of my ear and they're like, hey, I want to talk to you. I'm like,
And they wanted to talk about like American Idol.
yes. I was like,
what?
I love that you love all these things. I just do not have time for these constant interruptions.
That's a 2-for-1 you got right there. Also, don't touch people's face and head. When
Yes.
they, never do that to
right.
somebody.
If they got
It
the
takes some
headphones on.
nerve
It does.
to do that.
Yeah. Don't pull somebody's headphones off their head to talk to them. Another one is quit urinating on public toilet seats.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's goes without
It's
saying.
prevalent out there, Virginia.
One thing about traffic, wave to thank a person who lets you in while driving. It's just polite. It's a nice thing to do.
I agree.
Totally.
And if somebody's giving you a ride, you should be ready at the door before they get there. It's rude to have somebody waiting on you when they're doing you a favor by picking you up.
Jaybird.
That's true. But I make the Uber wait because you spilled a drink.
Another unwritten rule of society, if you borrow something, give it back in the same condition. Should go without saying. If I show you one picture on my phone, don't go swiping sideways to see the others.
I've had that happen before. You're just trying to be cool and show somebody something on your phone, and they'll touch your phone and try to scroll.
I'm giving you the permission to see this one photo. This isn't carte blanche to look through everything I have in my phone because there are some naughty photos in there.
Yeah, especially
Naughty.
on Ralston's phone.
Oh, my
man.
gosh, Virginia.
Ralston's rump.
Yes, really naughty stuff. Actually on my phone, I always think about that because, my wife, she's a pre-K teacher. And so, she sends out the newsletter and things like that to her parents. And so she'll take photos of the kids. And I'm like, if somebody doesn't know that my wife's a pre-K teacher, because we all have that cloud share. So if you go into my photos, there's nothing but young sleeping girls.
Yeah, it looks odd.
And I'm like, I don't know how to address this with her because I'm scared that might happen where somebody would start flipping through the photos and they're like, why does Kevin have about 100 photos of young 3-year-old girls sleeping in his photo album?
And then you accidentally favorite one. You didn't realize you did it.
Yeah, I don't know how to favorite. Hopefully I'm not, but
You
yeah.
can actually do that.
You can favorite in your own.
Accidentally,
In your own?
Yeah, because you
Really?
you can create a separate folder of just your favorites.
So it would
no.
show all your favorite
Oh my
pictures.
gosh.
That's
I
why
gotta check that.
That's why I get all scared if I see, I follow your daughter Caitlin on there, and I'm always
Yeah.
afraid I'm gonna hit like on a picture.
Yeah.
I don't want
Oh,
it.
geez. Yeah, so that's what's going on.
You
on
can
my
accidentally. I've accidentally liked stuff before. I swear, and then you say, "I accidentally liked it." Okay, Jaybird.
Whatever.
At 1 a.m. in the morning.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And a few other unwritten rules. Somebody said, if you're going to wear a band's t-shirt, then you have to listen to their music. Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
And tied into it, if you wear a shirt with a location, you should have personally bought it there, like the Hard Rock Cafe Tokyo. You always wonder, did you really go to Tokyo or did you just get the shirt?
Well, like the one you got me, the Hocking Hills Sasquatch one. Does that mean I couldn't wear that because I did not go to Hocking Hills?
Yeah,
That's true.
that's what it
yeah.
means.
Dang, wow. People text in a few extra ones to us. If you offer to drive for a group outing, somebody else should pay for the parking. And if it's over an hour drive, offer some gas money, whether we're all going there anyway.
I agree. Well, just hashtag be cool. Mm-hmm. Your life will be easier.
Also, another unwritten rule, somebody said you should not stand directly next to somebody at a urinal.
If you can help it, yes.
If you can help it. Absolutely. The other unwritten rule we talked about, there's a lot having to do with the AirPods that everybody has now. One, if you're going to be listening to anything on your phone, have your AirPods in. The rest of the world doesn't want to hear it. It's rude and interrupting when you do. And if somebody does have their AirPods in, they want to be in their own little world. So don't try to bother them. I mean, unless you have to warn them for their life, because some people do walk into traffic. That is a problem. So unless that's happening, don't bother them.
Yeah.
Were you walking into traffic when somebody bothered you?
No, I was walking through Publix when someone bothered me.
And they had something they had to tell you, huh?
Well, I had my headphones on because sometimes I'll go shopping and I'll keep my headphones.
So it was headphones. It wasn't like earbuds.
No, I have old man headphones. They're big. They're cumbersome. It looks like 1989.
But everybody can see them.
Oh my gosh! You
You can't say, "Oh, I didn't know."
No, you can see them more than anything. You
Okay.
without a doubt know I got headphones on. It looks like
Okay.
I'm DJing, honestly.
Yeah.
So I was to do a long shop, so that's why I had them on. And this woman is flagging me down, like getting my attention. So she's like walks up to my cart, And I go, hey, okay. And I take my headphones off. And she goes, I listened to your show. Blah, blah, blah. And she's
starting off good.
I'm like, oh, hi, how you doing? So nice. And I had my braids in. You gave me braids yesterday.
Yeah,
so
I did. French braids.
French braids. And she stops. She goes, when are you going to cut your hair? She goes, you look like Pippi Longstocking. And then she goes, it doesn't look good, Jaybird. When are you going to cut your hair? And then she followed up with, it just doesn't look good. She was very, very, very
She
turned
wanted
off.
to make sure that she left no doubt.
No doubt. And I didn't know what else to say. I say, well, I'm sorry to hear that you don't like it. You're just going to have to love me from my heart. And then I said goodbye to her.
Ay.
So she interrupted my music to tell me she didn't like my hair.
It sounds about right.
Yeah.
How does a Virginia handle that? Same way? Just, whatever.
I don't know. It depends on if you catch me in a mood or not.
It's all about the mood.
If you catch me in a mood, I might quickly put you in your place. Like,
Yeah.
do you really think it's appropriate to come and tell someone how much you hate their hair? Why don't you just go about your day?
Well, it's a weird thing because on one half, she's talking about how she likes our show. So I'm like, well, that's cool. But then she's completely dissing me to my face. How does
You
it
walk away with a negative feel for the encounter.
But you also don't want to be defensive or oversensitive either. But if someone's telling you how terrible your hair looks to your face, is that really being oversensitive?
It wasn't something you want to take your earpods out for.
Well, no. Yeah, you're disturbing me on my time as I'm going down the cereal aisle, which you know that I love going down that aisle.
You'd have just kept listening to Billy Joel if you knew what you were going to have to hear from her.
But I've been in a good spirit because the more I meditate, I feel like I can control certain moods, and I was in a good state, so I didn't snap back. Now, if you got me on 2 or 3 days of not sleeping,
right,
and in a pissy mood, I could not handle that the right way.
Totally.
It depends on it all. You were talking about it earlier. It's really all kind of what your mood is.
If you don't know what you're going to get, if you're going to interrupt somebody who's got their AirPods in, it may not go well.
How do you handle it, Earl, since someone interrupts you just to kind of dish you?
I would probably overly thank them in a way that's like, he can't be that happy that I just did that. I mean, you know what? I am really happy that you stopped to tell me that my hair looked terrible. Thank you very much, and thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
And look, I got the note. I got the memo. Majority of our audience does not like the long hair. I get it.
Yeah.
I got the note.
When you hear that, does it make you more determined to continue to grow it out, or does it start to wear at you that you're saying, maybe I just need to cut it because I'm tired of hearing about it?
It does not at all wear me out to not. I'm growing it as long as I can. I got a few things I'm doing. I tell people I'm on a bit of a journey with my hair. For one, it started off with me, Suits, and Denny's just kind of growing our hair out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I started to dream about my mom a lot. These were good dreams. I have a lot of nightmares.
Yeah.
But the reason why I feel like I was dreaming about my mom, I had her exact hair. Every time I look in the mirror now, I swear to you, I see my mother.
Aww.
And I think subconsciously that bled into my dreams, and I was having good, positive dreams. The other thing, too, I think it's cool when people donate parts of their body to other people. I want to donate my hair to either Locks of Love or whatever place that will allow my hair. I know that people have emailed me, Locks of Love makes kids buy the wigs, and I understand all that. But I have done a treatment to my hair, too. In certain places, they don't allow that kind of hair. So there's another one people keep on wanting me to, kids with hugs or hair with hugs. I looked into all of that. Most of them don't allow that.
Okay.
If there's been some kind of alteration to it.
Yeah, you put in the keratin to make it smooth.
To make it a little straighter here. So that's why. So, but that's really what's going on here. So no, it does not make me want to cut it. It makes me kind of want to grow it longer.
Okay.
You should say that. I'm growing it out for Locks of Love to give it to kids with cancer.
Yeah,
And they go, Lots of Love makes kids pay for their hair.
but that's exactly what happened. I said it, and then I got 30 emails. Jaybird, really? How are you going to say stuff without doing the... I mean, I got crap for that.
Do better.
See, it was. I'm like, damn, I'm just going to grow my hair out and go to the woods.
Can't win anywhere, man.
No, but I'm growing my hair out. I want to grow it down to my ass.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I want to
Let's
sit
do
on my
it.
hair.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Let's do it. All right, we got a few birthdays to let you know about here today. Celebrity-wise, happy birthday to Conor McGregor, who snapped his leg over the weekend, or his ankle, whatever it might be. He's 33 today.
He's not having a good run. Not this week.
No.
It's tough. Well, he's getting his name out there. And yesterday we found out he's worth what, like $40 million, something like that?
He'll be okay.
He's doing all right. He's doing all right. Dan Reynolds, the lead singer for Imagine Dragons, turns 34 today. Also got some birthday shout-outs here to Freddie from Stephanie. Also, we've got a happy birthday here, Stephanie and Brandon. And, of course, all the pets, Gunner, Crush, TJ, Winston, and Panda are given a birthday. I think that was the same one. So you got double that.
Yay,
There you go, Stephanie in Fort Lauderdale. Also, happy birthday to my daughter-in-law, Alexandra Snyder, turning 27. That is from Denise. Also, shout out to my son, William Alexander. He's turning 10. Got a photo of him there on KVJ TV.
Aww.
You can see on YouTube. Happy third to my baby boy, Carson, from Mama, Daddy, Chloe, Cooper, Haley, Chewy, and the fish, Bo Peep. Got a photo of that dude right there.
That's awesome.
Look at Carson there. Right there on KVJ TV. Go to YouTube. Pull it up on your mobile devices. Also on your flat screen TVs. Send us your birthday wishes, mail at kvjshow.com. Cameron is on here from Boynton Beach. What up, Cameron?
What up, 97.9?
Yeah! Yeah, Cameron, I guess you got a couple kids who would love some Camp KVJ today.
I do. I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, little boy and little girl.
Aww.
Oh, man.
That's a great age right there.
Yeah, that is cute. That is awesome. Well, we're going to give them the hookup. 4-pack of tickets to Rapids and Shark Wake Park Plus. You're going to go take them to the Jupiter Lighthouse and Museum, okay?
That's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. Some really good stuff. Keep listening. We do it every single weekday morning right here about 7 a.m. You get the hookup for Camp KVJ. Got a world record Wednesday. Going to be coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Oh, what you doing today?
I got to go downstairs and bring it up. I got 24 cans of soda that I got to do something with.
Oh, props.
I got to put these cans of soda somewhere.
Okay, bend over.
Do you have any lubricant?
I got to go, right? It's going to take me a minute to go get them.
Okay. Yeah, what it is the fastest time to place 24 cans in a refrigerator.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have that one refrigerator that you had in your old office in Denny's room. It's bigger. We could use that in here if you wanted to see it, or I could go to the sales kitchen.
I think if it's a fridge that holds 24 cans, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that one'll work.
Yeah, that's it. The current record is 9.76 seconds. And it says that the cans must be intact and unopened. You have to begin with the door closed, and if any cans fall over or end up broken or dented during the process, the attempt is deemed invalid. So that might be the real catch there, Virginia.
I got this. Hamburger hand. Not gonna be some
/
hamburgers.
broken and dented. Didn't he just say he started out by breaking a lot of stuff today?
Everything.
Isn't that kind of the MO of what his day's going like?
Yes.
So he's going to do a world record attempt that will be nullified if he dents or breaks anything?
Meat hooks of destruction.
I think one thing we all got a realization of is people like diet soda. We did the draft a couple of weeks ago for your favorite sodas, and we all thought, nobody really cares about the diet or sugarless sodas, so nobody chose any of them at all. And then people are like, well, why would you not choose Diet Coke?
A lot of people like their diet soda.
Yeah, they do. And I guess maybe even the flavor, arguably. I don't know. That's why I didn't go with it, because I thought, okay, well, always a soda that's loaded with sugar is going to taste better. So that's what I was playing to. That's why I didn't choose any. And all I will drink, I do drink soda. I don't drink the stuff with the sugar in it. And this is one thing that I paid attention to today, because I remember as a child, Coke did this and it didn't work out for them. They changed the recipe of a very popular soda they had, their regular Coke, and they made this other Coke, and then people really didn't like it. And then they did this whole mess of making new Coke, then Coke Classic, and then after a while they just said, forget it. Just that new Coke we created, let's forget we even did that.
It's done.
And so you would think Coca-Cola has learned a valuable lesson, but I don't know if they have, because they just announced, if you do like the diet soda, my favorite, I'll choose the Coke Zero over the Diet Coke. I've had both of them side by side. I'm like, I like the taste of the Coke Zero better.
Okay.
But now they just announced that the Coke Zero Sugar is now tweaking their formula.
Uh-oh.
they're going to get rid of the one that I like the most, and it's apparently going to be better. They say it's going to taste more like regular Coke, is what they say. And you're going to know that you're drinking one of the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugars because they're going to be changing the can as well. It's going to go all red rather than that red and black.
Okay.
The can, its whole self, will be red. So right now it's kind of black with the lettering on it. So I don't know. I'm nervous about this because I just know that Coca-Cola does not have great success when they change recipes. But they're going to be doing that. So if you're a Coke Zero drinker, just know it's changing.
Oh, I've had a Coke since Sunday. Oh, I am aching, Mama.
Yeah. You ever do Coke Zero?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't
Zero
think so.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 times.
Zero.
No, I've tried it. I am not a fan of Coke Zero. And the people that say, it tastes just like Coke. No, it does not taste just like Coke.
Well, they're saying that the new recipe coming out is going to be tasting a lot more like regular Coke.
NBI. Not buying it.
Okay. Well, Jaybird's world record attempt today has to do with can stacking. You could be having the Coke Zero in here. That'd be the only way he'd put it in his hand. Is for a world record attempt. The record for the fastest time to place 24 cans in a fridge is 9.76 seconds. So that is the time to do it. Now, here again are the rules on this. The cans must be intact and unopened. You have to begin with the door closed. If any cans fall over or end up broken, dented during the process, the attempt is deemed invalid. So listen to that one part of it. So if you have a can that's in the fridge but it's laying on its side, from what I understand, that will not count till the tally. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, just want to make sure we got that understood.
Are you really trying to put this mini fridge on an office chair and think it's going to go well?
No, I don't think it's going to go well, but I just want the people to at
boy.
least see it.
Jaybird, that's not balanced.
The good people can't see what's going on. Look, it's balanced. It's balanced.
So you have a very large, this is a larger than your small fridge. This is kind of a medium size. It'd be halfway in between a full fridge and this.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like an oversized mini fridge.
Yeah, and you put it on a rolling chair that's a little wobbly.
You put it lopsided, but hey, who's looking?
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to. I'm not the best multitasker.
I mean, yeah, Denny's will stand there and hold it.
Boom! Look at that.
There you
Denny's will
go.
stabilize.
Look
There's
at
my
this.
guy.
Okay.
Cut guy, my corner guy.
Okay. All right. So this is on KVJ TV. Go to YouTube, go to the KVJ show, and see this world record attempt.
Okay.
Okay. So you're talking about 24 cans in a fridge in 10 seconds. We usually at least go halves when we start talking about KVJ Respectable. Virginia, do you think there's any chance you could get 12 cans in that fridge in 10 seconds?
No.
I think that's too high.
Do we go to the 10-second mark and then we cut this and see how many?
See how many you can get.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right, I
yeah,
want 10
yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Let's see. Let's just see.
Yeah, let's just see what I
Yeah,
got.
we'll see how you get. I am going to do third on that. KVJ Respectable set at 8 cans, 10 seconds. Does he do that, Virginia?
I think he gets 8 in there, but then I think something happens and they fall over.
Again, this has to be, yes, if the cans fall over or any end up broken or dented, the attempt is deemed invalid.
All right, no dents, Pennington. No dents.
Cans can't be, you have to have 8 cans standing upright in the fridge. And again, it has to start with the fridge door closed.
So it's the perfect balance of gentleness and strength.
I don't know about strength.
The perfect balance of confusion and unsuccessfully done.
All right, come on, man.
Have you assessed the fridge and figured out where you're going to put them?
Oh, assessed and addressed. We're ready to do this thing.
Okay.
I'm going to put it at 8. Virginia, are you over under 8 cans in the fridge in 10 seconds?
I'll go over.
You said they had to be stacked, you say?
The cans just have to be in the fridge. It's fastest time to place 24 cans in a fridge.
But they have to be standing up. They can't be on their side.
They have to be standing.
Yes, they do.
right.
To count. Yeah. Suits 8 is KVJ Respectable. 8 cans in 10 seconds. What do you think? He's going under.
Get out of here, Suits. Get out of here.
Suits the realist.
Gary Google. Come on.
Okay, I'm taking a look at the fridge itself. He put them in there 4 easily. I think that he is going to do 9. I'm going to go over.
That's my boy. You know, it's a little thing we call stack and attack.
Stack and attack?
Stack and attack.
Stack and attack.
That's my motto.
Okay, Virginia, what are you going to go for here?
I do
Over,
believe
under.
he'll go over. I
Okay.
do. I think he'll go over.
Denny's? Oh, he's saying way over. Yeah, to the sky. All right, way over. Okay, here we go. The world record is 24 cans placed in a fridge in 9.76 seconds. We're putting 10 seconds on the clock. KVJ Respectable is 8. Can Jaybird do it? On your mark. Get set and go. World Record Wednesday's happening. He's got 1 can. He slammed it down. He's got 2, 3 already in there. He's at 4, 5. 2 have fallen over. 6, 7, 8 is up. He's got another one in there, and time is up. Okay, how many are standing? Several are knocked over.
2 are knocked over.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think we made that pretty clear.
No, I get that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
How many?
Oh, it hurts.
How many?
I'm embarrassed.
What do you got?
7.
Suits was right.
7?
Suits was right.
A mulligan. Let me do it again, baby. I can do it better now that I know the ropes.
Okay, it's only 10 seconds. I mean, what do we have to lose?
Yeah, it's only 10 seconds.
We do it again?
Do it again, one more time. Let's see if we can improve upon.
Oh my God. Sodas have never been shook so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you don't break 8, you have to immediately open up one of those sodas and
In your
chug it.
face.
This one right here.
In
The one you're now shaking.
your
I'll
face.
keep that one better.
Yes, if you do not get
I mean, really, just
over
shake
8,
this thing.
you have to open that thing and chug it immediately.
Shake it good.
Yeah.
Nice, it's gonna
Open
explode.
and chug. That's where we're going with it. You know, we do this a lot of times. You say, why do you guys keep doing this if you fail? Honestly, to me, it's to get respect. 24 cans in 9, that's, I don't, how do you do that?
It's insane.
That guy's a legend.
That's unbelievable. Is it an octopus?
This cat breathes, sleeps, poops, cans in a refrigerator.
I
That's
don't
all
even
this
know.
cat thinks about.
I don't know physically how you could do this.
He might be grabbing 3 at a time.
I think I have to change my. I think I have to go octopus style.
How do you do 24
What are you going
cans
to do?
in-
Grow a tentacle?
I'm gonna go 5 at a time.
Yeah?
Well, no, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, I don't think I have enough hands.
The goal is to get more cans, not less.
I get it, Mama. Gosh, she's
Okay.
the worst pump-up coach.
He did 7 and 10 last time. KVJ Respectable is 8. This is the World Record Wednesday attempt. 24 cans in a fridge is the record in just under 10 seconds.
Don't you give up on me, kids.
10 seconds on the clock. The door to the fridge is closed. On your mark, get set, and go. Door is open. 2 cans are in. He's doing 2 at a time. He's got 4. He's got 6. He's got 8. They're standing. He's got 10. He's got 12. He's got 14. Time's up.
Hands up.
Is that 14?
I got 14.
That's double.
Yes, respectable. Yes, yes,
That is KVJ Respectable. 14.
Oh.
10 off of the record.
Oh, it feels good.
10 off the record there.
Oh, baby.
Okay. That was a much much better
better.
one.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
needed some redemption.
Look
'cause
at that. Practice works.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It feels good.
What do you know? Okay. There you go. All right. You can always check it either live or on demand on KVJ TV, our World Record Wednesdays. Coming up, we got a one-note name that tune. Can we correctly identify song titles in less than 1 second of hearing the song? I hear Jaybird is emptying the fridge or something.
Totally. Sounds like
Yeah,
Buffalo's
honestly,
tap dancing.
If you hear that and you're staying in a cabin, you know there's a bear in your fridge. Here, it's just Jaybird. If you've been watching the news or if you've been in traffic, you are probably very well aware that they've been having demonstrations. It all started Sunday in Cuba, mainly in Havana, a couple other towns demonstrating in the streets to show their frustration, what is going on in Cuba with the economy. It's been a hard hit with the COVID-19 and also sanctions from the U.S. government. Hard to get basically anything, food, medicine, a lot of the basic essentials. And then the government turned off the internet. And so that shut down the communication. That's where I think the frustration boiled over. And it's really kind of interesting. In fact, you know, if we have any Cuban Americans here that are listening that, you know, can shed any kind of light on this. I know that yesterday we talked about this on the show, and we had Barbara in our chat room that was kind of telling us a little bit about what the experiences were. It was frustrating for her because she couldn't get a hold of her family in Cuba. And it's kind of interesting because just trying to see what is different and feeling this, me, myself, not being Cuban American, what does this really mean? And a lot of people that I'm seeing on the news and the people that they're quoting in the articles seem to think that maybe this is a new day, that people have lost some fear over the Cuban government, and that maybe this could really be the beginning of some meaningful change on the island nation.
Wow, wouldn't that be exciting?
Yeah, I don't want to jump to conclusion and get your hopes up, but they just feel like it's a different attitude. And it's really, to me, the outpouring is amazing. I mean, I turned on the news today. I wasn't there. Yesterday, I-95 was a disaster, so I can't even imagine last night. It was pretty crazy. The protesters were out on I-95 near Okeechobee Boulevard, and they basically closed it. It was last night. It was dark, and you couldn't get through on either direction if you're on I-95 with people that were out in the road. And yesterday on the Palmetto in Miami, it was closed for hours in both directions, starting at about 1 p.m. They had protesters that were out there on the roads, and they're just demonstrating, and I think really trying to get the U.S. government to go in and maybe intervene and do something. Now, I think that's what's going to be interesting to see if and what they do. In fact, Miami's mayor, Francis Suarez, who's a Cuban American, he was on Fox News yesterday, and he said that he thinks there should be military intervention in Cuba, and that the U.S. should consider going in, doing airstrikes, and even similar interventions like what they did in Panama and Yugoslavia. So that would be a major stance. Even Governor DeSantis was saying that, look, it's essential for Cubans to have internet access, and it needs to be restored. And he might be calling on some Florida companies to assist in that effort. I don't know what they could do, and this is, I think, where it is kind of interesting, because the Cuban regime owns the Wi-Fi services and the internet access on the island. So if they shut it down, it's gone. But is there a way that we could take boats outside of the island and somehow, you know how you do Wi-Fi hotspots and the such?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that's possible. I know that they've already started collecting supplies in some boats. Pelican Bay is one area where they're taking some boats out with some food and medicine and water and things like that that they need. The big question is, what happens when you start getting into Cuban waters? Are they going to let those flotillas come through for people on the island, or are they going to stop them?
And then how do you get those to the people that need them?
Yes.
And not be intercepted by the government.
Right. So I just, it'd be kind of interesting to hear if somebody can shed a little bit more light on, okay, what really is the situation that's going on? Because it seems like there is a lot of confusion. How optimistic are you that real changes are going to be coming on the island? Now, the one thing that will be kind of interesting is if the protests continue, and I saw that there are some that are already scheduled for Saturday. Some of them are happening in parks. I think the ones that are questionable are the ones that are happening on some of the highways. In fact, the FHP, they issued this statement saying the Florida Highway Patrol supports peaceful demonstrations. However, when protesters block limited access highways, they are not only breaking the law, but endangering the lives of the demonstrators and the public at large. So please be respectful of our communities. And do you remember hearing about that anti-protest law, Virginia?
Yes, totally.
They are saying that it looks like some of the protests that you saw yesterday on the highways are in violation of that.
But nobody was arrested yesterday, though.
Didn't see that.
They were able to get people to disperse and do it the right way and try to keep it calm.
Yes. And just to let you know, under that anti-protest law, there's a new felony crime in there of aggravated rioting that carries a sentence of up to 15 years in prison.
Ooh.
And what they call mob intimidation. So yesterday...
Sounds scary.
It does sound scary, and I'm like,
intimidation.
I don't know exactly what that means. So if you are going out in your protest, if you're Cuban American, or if you're even joining with Cuban Americans to protest to make a statement, what happens if your protest starts drifting onto a highway? And sometimes it seemed like last year when we had the protests, it did that. It would start one place, and next thing you know, they're on a road.
And blocking major traffic,
Right.
and that does make things crazy.
And then what happens? Do people start getting arrested, and are you facing a felony conviction if you are tried and arrested under this? So I don't know exactly what that means. It's kind of new, and it's testing a lot of things.
I mean, that's gotta suck if you are trying to get home and it's people are on the highway and you have poopy cramps. You're like, I gotta get there.
On the
What if
news,
there's an
it was
ambulance?
Oh,
An
yeah.
ambulance trying to get through.
Yeah.
You're right. That's definitely more important than poopy cramps.
Sometimes you could be in an ambulance having poopy cramps.
You're right.
Yeah, it could be a combo. It looked like it was standstill, like there was no movement on what I saw on the news last night.
And that's scary if there's any kind
Yeah.
of emergencies.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to see where this goes today and then going on into this weekend, what that means. But anybody has any kind of information that you have, you can share it with us. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. All right. Are you guys ready for some insults?
I am ready.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. I believe we've got Suits coming in, too.
Oh, the kid, the prodigy's going to get it.
See what they got for me.
Yeah. It's not nice.
It never is.
Yeah. Well, it's called the KVJ Hate Song for a reason.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Kevin is so ugly, he couldn't even arouse suspicion. He would actually be hotter if he didn't have a face. His only attractive attribute, his hair, isn't even his.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Virginia is worse than trash. Most trash is actually decent in bed. Any man who's ever had sex with her must have a grudge against his penis.
You hate us, you hate us,
That's a
you
little
hate
harsh.
us. You hate the KVJ show.
Fart Stain Pennington needs to shut up about relationships. The reason he doesn't get married is because he knows he will ruin the marriage with his personality, just like he's ruined the Kevin and Virginia show.
You hate us, you hate us,
took my
you
name
hate
off the
us.
show.
You hate
It's
the
terrible.
KVJ show.
Suits tries to come off smart, but he's really dumb AF. If his brain exploded, it wouldn't even mess up his hair. In case he's too dumb to get that, it means you have a small brain, just like your penis.
You hate us, you hate us.
gosh.
You hate the
That's terrible.
KVJ
Gotta find the ex who
show.
wrote
That
that.
sucks.
Oh, man, that's rough. The demonstrations that have been happening since Sunday with Cuban Americans here, it's really amazing what it got to last night. There were several highways in South Florida. I know I-95 in Palm Beach County and then the Palmetto in Miami-Dade yesterday. They had protesters out on the road and the road was shut down, and it brings up a lot of questions. And I think for a lot of people, for myself, I want to understand the situation a lot better. There seemed to be some kind of optimism that maybe this almost marks a new era. Is there freedom on the horizon for Cuba? But apparently the living conditions are absolutely horrific. They've never really been good underneath the communist regime. But where are we now, and what can happen, and what can you do if you want to help people there who need water, food, medicine? The internet has been shut off. So some of the comments that we're getting in right now, somebody said, unfortunately, the U.S. cannot intervene because of NATO laws, and it's kind of turning into a civil war, and that's kind of scary. I saw some text. Somebody had said, it looked like Venezuela was sending in troops to support the Cuban government, and also Russia and China were sending in some weapons and advisors. I don't know if that's true or not, but the Cuban people would be up against a big fight, and the one person who had sent the text said, they don't have anything but machetes, and that's about it. So it's not really going to be any kind of fair fight, because somebody had said, hey, if this is turning into a civil war, it's not going to be anything that's going to be fair. Somebody said that it's not about the U.S. embargo, it's about the socialist communist dictatorship the people have lived under for decades. Residents of Cuba are being shot and killed just for speaking up. I saw that 100 of the protesters from Cuba, they don't know where they are.
Oh, no.
So, they have been taken somewhere. Of course, the people don't have guns, so they're completely helpless. Prayers for the Cuban residents. So that's really it. And so many South Floridians have family that is still there, or they have origins and roots that are there. So it is a major concern for all of them, and it is a very testy time, as Cuba has always been, there ever since the communists took over. So, right now it'll be interesting to see what happens. But if you have any more information and what we could do with our audience to try to help out our neighbors just to the south of us, you can let us know here. 877-979-WRMF. Is this a makeup or a breakup? You staying in this relationship if this happens to you? He smoked a joint with his hot coworker. Says, my boyfriend smoked a joint with his hot new coworker. He said they had a fire alarm go off at work, so he went back to his car alone. Now, the new hot girl then noticed that he lit up a joint, so she walked up to him and asked if she could have some. That's an interesting way to spend your fire break.
Yeah, it is.
She then went into the car. They smoked the entire joint together, listened to some music, talked until work resumed, which is about 30 minutes. Now, my cousin also works with my boyfriend, and she saw all this go down in the parking lot, and that's how I know all the details. And my boyfriend has no idea that I know any of this. Guess he didn't notice my spying cousin. Now, we've been together for 7 months, and I feel like what he did is very wrong. Would you break up with somebody for this?
No. I would just say to him, hey, you know, I know it happened, and I just want you to know that it looks funny to other people. I'm sure you didn't do anything inappropriate, but if you're sitting in your car, just the two of you, alone, during the workday, smoking weed.
I gotta tell you, the fact that people could see them smoking weed in the parking lot during a fire, that is really not a smart move.
You guys need to get it together.
Yeah, it's a dumb thing.
Even if you didn't do anything, it looks bad, and it makes your girl look bad.
Well, would you have a problem with your boyfriend or girlfriend having a drink with somebody hot? I mean, it's the same concept. You know, some people are secure, some people aren't.
Yes.
What could go wrong with the hot coworker smoking a joint in the car?
This one is a makeup or a breakup saying he suddenly can't get it up.
Oh man.
Says, so I've been with this guy for almost a year, and he has suddenly not been able to get it up, and I'm really asking Kevin and Jason because obviously women don't know it all when it comes to that. He says he doesn't know what's wrong. He claims that he's not cheating on me, but my ego is taking a major dive. We're in our early 30s, so I feel like this is not physical. Would you stick around and see what's going on, or would you just waltz Pennington and I'm out of this bee?
No, it's not for something like that because you don't. It's a medical condition, possibly.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's cheating. It could mean, and I know somebody who this happened to because him and his girlfriend were on different schedules. She worked during the day, he worked at night. He was baiting too much.
Okay.
Flogging it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he was taking care of himself.
He was, and when it would come time to, intimate time, he was tapped out and could not perform like he needed to perform, and it was a major problem.
Well, that should have been. I mean, honestly, in a situation like that, you got to save your best for your partner.
You do. Well, there's a movement of that where people the no play with yourself, whatever.
If you're doing that, that's just got to be the extracurricular, but that's got to be what's left.
Yeah.
That can't be what's first.
You can't spend all the energy.
Yeah.
You can't leave it all on the field when you haven't even been on the field yet.
Yeah, I don't think this is a breakup situation either. I mean, if you care about him and you got a good relationship, it's hopefully something that you can be there and try to help him through. I would assume that he's embarrassed as well, and he doesn't like it any more than you do.
There's a lot of reasons why a bone piece is not a bone piece.
Well, you sound kind of shallow that you would want to break up with him before you even know why. I mean, it could absolutely be a medical thing.
And modern medicine, when it comes to that problem, is unbelievable nowadays. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so what? You need a little boost.
I think you got a solution in there, and the solution's not a breakup.
No.
That's my thought on that.
Yeah, but you have to explore and see why. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You don't just think about hitting the road.
Some people, if they get severely depressed, that can affect their health.
Sad dong?
Yeah.
You can get sad dong. It's a real condition.
Sad dong is real?
It's a real condition.
Damn, I'm so sorry.
Doctors will call in and back me up.
So does that scenario differ from this one? This email for makeup or breakup says his hygiene is terrible.
Uh-oh.
Do I need to break up with my boyfriend? He doesn't shower or brush his teeth like he should. Even when I ask him to do it, he struggles with it. Now, I love him very much. He was there for me when my mother died of cancer, and he's helped me and my son with our bills. He's a really great guy. He just seriously has trouble with being hygienic. It wasn't this bad when we first started dating. The last 6 months, though, has gotten really bad.
He got lazy.
We've been together for 2.5 years, so I feel bad for even sending this email in, and I hate that I'm having second thoughts about us because I thought he was the one. I just really hate being intimate with him because he doesn't smell good, especially his breath. And I've brought it up many, many times, and he tries to be more hygienic after I tell him that it bothers me, but then he always goes back to his old ways. So what do? Do I break up with him?
I think you got to lay it out on the line and say, look, dude, you stink. Your breath is smelly and it turns me off. I don't want to kiss you. I don't want to sleep with you. And I'm thinking about ending our relationship.
I get that he's a great guy and that's all awesome, but he's losing the whole sexiness of the relationship.
If he's gross, you can't stick around.
Yeah, I mean,
If he won't make a change,
if you're not brushing, if you're not doing basic things like brush your teeth, your armpits smell terrible, you're not showering for your mate, and you've brought it up to them several times and they won't do it.
I don't think you're wrong for saying I'm not going to kiss you, or we're not getting, we're not going to be physical until you smell decent.
Yeah,
and she shouldn't even have to be around him. If you don't want to be with him because he's gross, you should tell him, lay it on the line, say, look, I'm thinking about leaving because you were gross.
To me, this is an attitude, not a medical thing. This is he just doesn't want to do it.
He could brush his teeth. He just chooses not to.
I think you could
He's lazy.
Yeah, and I think you could be heading for a breakup, but I don't think you're there yet. I think that maybe you just got to continue to make it tougher for him.
But you got to tell him it's on the line.
Yeah, because he needs to know with each gross moment that's really bad, he gets knocked down a little bit more.
Yeah. And I got another one here, a makeup or breakup. He lost his cool with a fast food worker.
Oh, no.
My boyfriend of 2 years got really mad at a fast food driver the other night. We were waiting in the drive-thru line forever. The service was terrible. The employee got the order wrong and then called my boyfriend stupid when my boyfriend tried to complain. Well, this angered my boyfriend, who then took his soda and threw it in the guy's face. I freak out. I told my boyfriend, look, just leave. He's never done anything like this before, but the thing that bothers me is he doesn't really seem too sorry that he did it. He said he was justified in his actions. Now, is he hiding some kind of violent side I haven't seen for 2 years? I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe he didn't like that he got disrespectful in front of me, but I still don't think it's a cause for violence. Is this something that I should consider breaking up with him over?
I mean, the fast food worker did call him stupid.
Right.
So, I mean, when someone calls you stupid in front of your girl, it does probably...
You feel disrespected.
Ignite.
Well, it's going to bring out an emotion that may not be brought out. If he's by himself or he's with his boys, and someone calls him stupid, he may get mad. But it is different when you get dissed like that in front of someone you care about and on that level.
Yeah, I don't have a massive problem with this. I don't think definitely to end a relationship over, and I don't think that she used the word violent in this email. I don't know that I see violence in that. It's not like he punched him. He took a drink and he threw it in his face after the guy called him stupid.
You can't do that, though. You can't throw liquids in someone's face.
But it's not violent, is it?
Well, yeah, it is. It would be considered violent because you're throwing something in someone's face. They'll get you on... it's definitely not a peaceful move.
No. It's definitely borderline violent.
Well, you're throwing a drink in someone's face and getting your eye.
I've seen violence.
No, there's a spectrum of violence. I get it, but you cannot throw. If someone calls you stupid, you can't throw a drink in their face.
She was violent in this email 3 times, and that's where I don't know. I'm not trying to justify what he did, but I just wonder if you're putting more on it.
I'm not saying this guy's a violent offender.
If he punched him, you've got a different story and greater concern.
But you also can't throw drinks in someone's face.
No, you cannot.
Call you stupid.
You cannot.
And as a consumer out there in the world right now, you need to realize there's a severe shortage of workers for a lot of jobs like fast food workers and the such. And a lot of places are severely backed up. It's taking a lot more time than usual to get your cheeseburger.
I love how you say that. Like, people care. People don't care.
But you can't throw a fit and start yelling at people when you realize there's 2 people working the drive-thru and normally there's 10. The problem is not the people that are there, and so they don't deserve to be snapped upon. You got to sit back and realize, okay, there's a worker shortage in this establishment, and that's why everything is all effed up.
But the thing here, I don't know if any of that happened with this scenario. It sounded like they got the order wrong. He complained. He just said, hey, my order is wrong, and then the guy called him stupid.
Right, but that's happening all over America right now. It's a big, big problem because of a worker shortage.
But if you get it wrong, you have to just take it?
No, but you can be sweet about it.
Yeah.
You have to understand that there's a problem going on internally at these businesses.
Definitely don't be a jerk about it.
Don't be a jerk. Don't escalate it.
Yeah, de-escalate whenever you can in these situations. So yeah, he could have and should have handled it better. He did not. But do you dump him for that? I would say no. That's where my sensibilities are set.
No, because the guy called him stupid first, so the guy actually started it.
And I think, to Virginia's point, I think he felt dissed in front of his girl.
Yeah.
And it is different.
It happens, and then it sets guys off in a different way.
It sets them off differently.
Mm-hmm. Okay, any thoughts on any of these? You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. Got your own makeup or breakup? Send us the email mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Okay, we got to get somebody on here from Gen X. We got our Gen Z all lined up. Gen X, 40 to 55. If you're in that age group and you know a little bit about pop culture trivia, call us up, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763.
I think I insulted people. I said, "You old," and they didn't call.
Aw,
I am old.
I'm in the same age
they're
group.
crying. They can't call.
I don't want to call in. I'm scared. So, yeah, call to represent because you need a win. Looking at the overall tallies right now, Gen Z is running away with it. They've got 11 wins on the year, and Gen X has got 6. Millennials are back at 5.
Yeah, Sue's been walking around all day with a little pep in his step because of this.
It feels good, I'm not going to lie.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're going to need to have a Gen Xer call in, 877-979-9763.
Nobody will play with me.
Aw, Suits.
Hey, we were up and ready to go. Gen Z's ready.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but taking it back to the Gen X, Vanilla Ice, you get him. He had the number 1 song back when you were in high school with Ice Ice Baby. And he's got a lot of projects going on. He's going to be headlining that I Love the 90s tour. Rob's going to be on with us on Friday, talk about everything that's going on. He's also going to be on the diners, drive-ins, and dives, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's popping into Cholo Soy. That's going to be airing Friday night. And they did an interview with Vanilla Ice, and he said in the interview that the 90s are the greatest decade ever before computers ruined the world.
Wow.
I love it, Ice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Here's some of the stuff that he had to say about how nothing beats the 90s.
Why is everyone so infatuated with the 90s?
Because it was the greatest decade ever before computers ruined the world.
Really?
You have to realize that in 2004, the iPhone came out, right?
Okay.
What's happened in pop culture since 2004 to 21?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's the lost generation. Pop culture's dead. So the last generation where pop culture was alive, where you had fashion that actually mimicked the music,
Yeah.
and it kind of spread like wildfire. People had the Z Cavricis,
Yeah.
got our movies at Blockbuster, we had the neon colors, and they can't come out with anything cool since the 90s.
What's one thing you bring back from the 90s?
Hands down, if I could bring back anything from the 90s, it would be Blockbuster.
Okay, Blockbuster. That's what he would bring back. And they also asked him what he wouldn't bring back. He suggested possibly the whole shaving the eyebrow thing that he used to do. But he said, who knows, maybe I'd still do it. So that's what he had to say.
I want to talk to him about that with the whole computer stuff, because I kind of agree with some of the things he was saying.
You do? Okay.
Not everything, but there's something to be said about music then and how it's recorded today.
Okay. He's doing a new commercial. I know he said on Friday he's flying out. I think it was to Los Angeles. He's doing a commercial for a hot dog company where he's apparently going to be singing a parody song called Baby Got Buns.
Gosh, man, I want to do a commercial with a hot dog. That sounds like such great fun.
Yes.
It's all over TMZ.
Baby Got
They got
Buns.
the set and everything, and it's a parody remix of Baby Got Back.
It's amazing.
It's
I love it.
amazing.
Okay. All right. So that's what he's up to. We'll talk to him about that on Friday coming up here. All right. We have got our Gen Xers. So we are ready for a battle of the generations here. Let's say hello to our Gen Z player. It is Piper from Jupiter. Hello, Piper.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How is everyone over there?
We are doing very well. Say hello to Suits. He is your teammate here today.
Let's go out there and get another win, Piper.
Oh, man,
Let's do it.
I hope my partner's name is Viper.
Viper versus
Viper and Piper.
How about how do you feel about Tammy?
Love Tammy.
Okay, all right. Tammy is your rep for Gen X from West Palm Beach. Hello, Tammy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, here we go. We're ready to battle it out. We got pulp culture trivia questions. A lot of these questions are typically going to be out of your demo range. So we're going to see just how much you expand. Vanilla Ice knows all about Blockbuster and all that kind of stuff. I wonder how he would do. Maybe we have to have him on for Battle of the Generations.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I'd like to see if does he know anything after the year 2004. Okay, here we go. First question is for Gen Z in Battle of the Generations. This is for you, Piper. If you get it by yourself, 2 points. If you need Suits to help you out, you get 1. I'm going to put 3 seconds on the clock for you to answer to cut down on the Googling here. All right, your question is, all right, what is the longest running TV series?
Grey's Anatomy?
Okay.
Ooh,
It's a good guess.
That is a good guess. That is incorrect, though. Suits, do you have an answer for us here?
I mean, it could be some soap opera, but I'm just leaning to The Simpsons because I know it's been on for like 32 years. So I'm going to go Simpsons.
Gonna go Simpsons, trying to save a point for your generation, and you.
Yes!
Nice.
I was afraid it was going to be like Days of Our Lives or something that's been on for 50 years.
Yes. Okay.
I think one of those has been on for a long time.
Yeah, but I don't know if they count, though. Daytime is a different category.
Screw 'em.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go over now to our team Gen X. Let's see if we can have Tammy score 2 here. Your question, Tammy, is what is the name of the Full House reboot on Netflix?
Fuller House.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is
She came to play.
correct. Okay. Very nice. All right, we go back to our Gen Z here. And your question for Piper. Piper, how many Spice Girls were there?
4?
Well, there is now, technically, because I don't think Posh is coming back.
It's 5, right?
It is.
Yes. There you go. I think Jaybird gave you an assist there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez.
You helped the other team.
Gosh, I'm dumb.
If it makes you feel any better, I was going to say 5.
Tammy, I'm sorry. I'm very not bright. I get excited. I just speak.
And you really do want Suits to win, it sounds like.
I don't.
I appreciate the
We're
help.
starting to wonder out why Gen X is not doing great. Okay. All right, let's go back here. Next question is for you, Tammy. All right, Tammy, your question here. We got a tie right now. What was the last Harry Potter movie created? Okay.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Okay, that's a good guess. That is incorrect. Jaybird. The last Harry Potter movie created was what?
Only talking about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
It's the first one.
Damn it.
Deathly Hallows Part 2.
All right.
I love Harry Potter. It's great.
Getting Potter shamed.
He laughed at you while he said it right.
I got Potter shamed.
Okay, that could be big for Gen Z here. We're tied at 2 apiece in the Battle of the Generations, Gen Z versus Gen X. Piper, you could get some serious control here if you get this correct. What is the name of the restaurants opened by brothers Mark and Donnie Wahlberg?
Oh, Wahlburger.
Damn.
Okay, that was a big one.
That was a big one.
Is this one worth 5 points?
Worth 2 if Tammy can get it. She's really going to need to score this one on her own. Okay, here you go. Your next question. What British pop star made history by being the first male to appear solo on the cover of Vogue, the magazine, in December of 2020, Tammy?
Harry Styles.
That is correct.
Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
Watermelon sugar.
Killing it.
Watermelon
Dang.
Terry.
Okay. What?
I got her name wrong.
All right. Back into Gen Z's corner here. We're tied at 4 apiece.
Ooh.
Okay, your question here, Piper. What was Ross Geller's pet monkey's name on the TV show Friends?
Marcel.
Yes.
Yay.
Wow. Dang, that was huge. Okay. You are looking at a Gen Z win if Tammy cannot score this one. Okay, your question, Tammy, for Gen X. Haley Baldwin is the daughter of which actor and movie star?
Steven.
Oh.
You're correct.
Oh.
Wow. I didn't see it coming.
Oh, I was going to say Alec.
I thought it was Alec.
I did too. Oh, man, good job, Tammy. Oh, man.
Alec has Ireland.
Oh, that's right. She's the thoughtless little pig.
Yes.
Yes, got to keep them all straight here. It can get very confusing. Wow, we have got a pretty solid battle.
Yeah, you do.
This is a good game.
It feels good.
Two really good competitors are going at it here. Okay, the next question that we have got here, this is for Piper. All right, which That 70s show actor was accused of rape, Piper? Okay, nothing on that. Suits?
I've never even seen the show, so I got nothing. I know it's not the stars.
Okay, Danny Masterson.
Dang, someone does not listen to the dirt.
Oh, boy.
That makes two of us.
Do you
got a lot of nerve saying that.
Wow. Okay, that could be a big one. And our Gen Xers could claim a win if either Tammy or Jaybird can get this correct. All right, your question here. What was the name of Hannah Montana's best female friend on the Disney Channel show? Tammy.
Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't have girls at that time.
Okay, no answer there. Bird for the win.
What's the question?
What was the name of Hannah Montana's best female friend on the Disney Channel show?
Heidi, does that feel good? Does Rhonda feel good?
Rhonda.
Rhonda doesn't sound like a kid's name to me. Samantha.
Lily.
Yeah, not even close.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, so we are going back into another round here. Piper, let's see how you do here. Gen Z question for you. How many times has Mariah Carey been married, Piper?
4.
4 is incorrect. Suits.
3.
Oh. 2. Twice.
I was going to go with 2. And
Tommy Mottola and Nick Cannon.
I only knew Nick Cannon.
Okay, again, Gen X, you can claim a win if you can get this correct. Okay.
No pressure.
All right, your question. Austin Post is the real name of what current pop singer, or popular singer, I should say?
Oh, my gosh.
Austin Post is his real name. What is his stage name? Tammy.
It's okay.
I can.
It's down to Bird.
Okay.
Bird for the win. If you get this right, you get a win for Gen X.
Is the answer Austin Mahone? I don't know anything. I know nothing except from the 70s.
I think your contestant said it,
After
but
the buzzer.
after the buzzer.
Yeah.
So she gave you the hint and you still got it wrong.
That's amazing.
It's kind of epic.
Plus, it's kind of in the name.
You win some, you lose a lot.
Austin Post is Post Malone.
Oh, Bird.
She said it.
Oh, man, all these circles running around my head right now. See what I did there?
Wow. Okay, boy, you guys were doing so great, and now both teams
It's
have
falling
really
apart fast.
fallen apart here.
You really turned this into the Turd Express.
It just won't end.
Battle of generations. All you gotta do is get one right here, and somebody's gonna be the winner.
Somebody get one.
Please.
Yes. All right, let's see. The next question I've got for Piper from Gen Z. What dirty card game became famous in the 2000s, Piper?
Cards Against Humanity?
That is correct.
Nice job, Piper.
That's a 2-pointer. That is a 2-pointer, and that
Pressure's
really
on.
puts the pressure here on Tammy. She's got to get this all by herself to stay in the game. Okay. All right, your question here is Cody Ko is best known for being a personality on what platform, Tammy? Cody Ko.
Got this.
TikTok.
It's YouTube. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Tammy, it's not your fault. It's my fault, but I had great fun with you.
Wow. Okay. Well, look at that. Gen Z, you guys got another win.
Hard-fought battle.
That was. Nice job, Piper.
That was a good
Yeah,
fight.
good contestants
Thank you.
today. Good job, ladies.
Very nice. All right. There you go. Another win. Popping it to 12.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Whoops. A Cleveland hospital admitted that a donor kidney was transplanted into the wrong patient.
Oh, no.
That's kind of awkward.
Now what?
Yeah. Well, the patient who received the kidney was also a match for the organ, and they're expected to recover. So that's the good news. Yeah, which is hard to find. You know, Jaybird, you've been through this.
That's very bizarre.
They removed a perfectly good kidney and put in another kidney, and the kidney they put in is a match for the person?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, just because you have a great kidney does not mean you're going to be a match for somebody. In fact,
Right.
a lot of times you're not.
Yeah.
There's got to be all this stuff that lines up.
But the other patient's surgery is now delayed due to the error.
What a weird story.
Yeah,
That's
they've
insane.
suspended 2 employees over the major mess up, and the hospital gave their, quote, sincerest apologies.
Jeez.
Yeah, huh? There's a Las Vegas area strip club that's now going to start accepting cryptocurrency. It's everywhere. So if you want to get some quote-unquote dance dollars, as they call it, for lap dances and entertainer tipping, you can start doing that with crypto. It's taking over
So you
the world,
can tip
Virginia.
with Bitcoin?
You can tip with Bitcoin. Yeah.
All right.
There's a New Jersey woman that is being labeled a Victoria's Secret Karen after she broke down in tears and pretended to pass out as she was being recorded by another woman who claims that the Karen had actually tried to hit her.
Yeah, I watched the video. This woman is straight up insane.
Okay. Here's a little bit of her tantrum that she threw. Apparently, this woman, as soon as she realized the other woman was recording, started rolling around on the ground.
Yeah, the Karen, the white chick, is on the ground screaming because she's being videoed
Yes.
when she was the instigator of the confrontation.
Right. So.
She's insane.
Yeah.
And now she's all over TMZ and everything.
Okay.
She is being shamed
Yeah.
on an epic level, and
Yeah.
it's exactly what she deserves.
Well, here's what it sounded like.
Oh God, no! Excuse. Now you are. Oh my God! Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God! Oh my God! You have to even approach her. Please.
Don't record my mental breakdown.
That's the white lady on the ground screaming and crying. And she claims that she started to have a mental breakdown because she feared for losing her job and her life, which she's going to probably lose, because she was the instigator and she went after the other lady first.
I got to tell you, there's a thing called selling it in wrestling where you got to make it look at least a bit believable. Her feint and her fall was so fake.
So fake.
I mean, it was not good.
She deserves every bit of doxing she's getting.
Well, the police did not arrest anyone or even remove the quote-unquote Karen from the store. They found no evidence that anybody had been assaulted. Regardless, though, the woman who was recording filed a complaint with the police department over the handling of the situation, and an investigation is underway.
If you look at the video, she at least tries to smack the camera. They have that on
the
video.
Karen was definitely trying to hit the other girl. The other girl was just fast and moved out of the way.
Now, what happened before that? Have no idea. The video starts with all of that, so I don't know what happened before.
Okay. Well, there's several employees at a Taco Bell in Nashville that set off fireworks inside the restaurant last week.
No.
The explosions then started a fire which caused more than $30,000 in damage.
Oh, my gosh.
The shift leader was arrested, and more arrests are likely from that. I mean, you big dummies. What?
What were they thinking?
They weren't. A 31-year-old woman risked the lives of multiple people, including her 11-year-old daughter, when she sped down a street at more than 100 miles an hour, blowing through red lights. They say that she wanted to, quote, test her faith with God, so she let go and let God take the wheel. Just because it's a country song doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah, I don't think dope. Arrest her.
Jesus really doesn't take the wheel. That's kind of just, a saying.
Yeah, and I mean, can we leave Jesus alone? He's got other things to do than take your wheel.
Right, I'm not even sure if he's a licensed driver, to be honest with you.
And he's kind of busy.
Yeah.
He's very busy.
A 48-year-old married mother claims she makes $4,200 a month by selling videos of herself passing gas online. Isn't that amazing that you can make like $50,000 a year just farting in videos online?
Wait, she'll go in a grocery store and then get in line and then fart on people and then somebody else is videoing that?
She sells, I don't know. I don't know if she's just doing it in her house or she's going out in public and farting on people. That actually could be like some kind of anal assault.
I think this is more of people who are into this kind of stuff where she's making money on, the seedier side of the world.
Yeah, she says that she even follows a special diet to help her quote-unquote performances.
Yeah, this is a fetish thing, Virginia.
Damn.
I know. We're living in creepy times.
Yeah.
Where people are so public about.
I'm fascinated. And how much scratch is she making?
She is making close to $50,000 a year. She's bringing in $4,200 a month.
Damn.
So I feel like you would rather interview her than an A-list celebrity.
I want to watch her videos.
Yeah, I'd rather interview her than a big-time celeb.
What's her name again? I'm going to watch her videos.
I don't have the name. I'll get it for you, though,
I'll
since
find
you're
her.
so interested.
I am very interested.
Yeah.
Game sees game.
Yes, game sees game.
Line farting for $50,000 a month?
Yeah, this could be your new side hustle, Virginia.
I'm always in some kind of grocery line.
You're lactose intolerant. This is so easy for you.
Give me the yogurt.
Yeah. Boy, a lot of people are playing video games now. How many in America? 2/3 of Americans now are playing video games. 227 million Americans now say they play video games, up from 214 million in the 2020 survey.
They really are so much fun to the point where I'm glad I don't have it set up. Because I would when I get in that baseball game and I made myself Jason Pennington, third baseman for the Braves, and I was trying to make the major leagues, and it gets away from you, dog.
Yeah. I don't do it for that same reason. I do not have the time. But you look how much it jumped, 13 million in the last year. They say the pandemic really kicked the numbers up of the people playing video games.
Yeah, I bet it was crazy.
And I think some people, I'm not saying they're getting rich, but they are making some scratch doing online gaming on YouTube and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can still make, a few $1,000s.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. It is a humongous business now. Boy, TikTok is also big. Everybody's coming after them. Instagram has announced that they're going to change up from being a photo app to now a video app to go after TikTok. They even named TikTok in their announcement. And now Google is got their TikTok competitor, YouTube Shorts, that is going to be rolling out globally this week.
YouTube Shorts?
That's what they call it. YouTube Shorts is going to be their answer to TikTok. So everybody's going after that TikTok concept.
Another platform we're going to have to learn. YouTube Short. Great.
Well, today is National Mac and Cheese Day. That was on Jaybird's mind earlier. Would this be something you would indulge in? Kraft Macaroni and Cheese is releasing a mac and cheese ice cream. It's going to cost $12 a pint, and it'll be available as long as supplies last. Starting today, you go to Van Lee. Look it up. I can't say it. Yeah. It's the dumbest address they have because they're partnering with an ice cream company that maybe other people know, but I don't know. It's available in 3 different cities, and it's impossible to say. It's VANLEEUWENI, whatever.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm so mad about it.
You put it on the most impossible. What?
Y'all couldn't but just buy macandcheeseicecream.com?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just for this, we couldn't have done that?
A little pre-planning, guys.
Yeah, I already hate it for that reason. And it, by the way, on top of it, sounds terrible.
It does sound. Yeah. I would try it, but I don't think it's
bad. I would try it too.
But I don't think it's going to win the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be awesome.
Okay. Okay, who on the show is most likely to? Now, there's a lot of advice that gets handed out around here, but who's most likely to give bad advice? Who do you think that would be?
Someone in the chat room said we all give bad advice. That's kind of our thing. Isn't that what the KVJ show does? Is give bad advice.
When your own life is a mess, you certainly shouldn't be giving out advice, but that doesn't stop us.
Who gives it more frequently than anybody else?
Who leads this hot
Who
mess?
leads with the bad advice? If somebody had that.
I mean, I think we all know the answer. I think it rhymes with Smirsh Ninja. Okay.
Whatever. I'm solid.
You are insane.
I'm solid in my crazy.
I think we need to do a KBJ poll on that.
Oh, this will bring out some comments for sure.
Yeah. Who on
And
the show?
cue the infighting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, you know, the audience will decide it.
Kevin, you know that Virginia gives the worst advice. I know you know that.
Nah, I'd like to hear what the audience has to say.
He's scared.
No, he thinks you're a nut too. He can't decide who is a bigger nut out of me and you.
It may be me. No, I don't know. It could be like Kev. I mean, come on, man. Terrible.
No, you're so sound and Boy Scoutish with your advice.
Well, maybe that's not always good, Virginia. Maybe that's not always good.
Yeah, you could use a little crazy,
You're
and we
right.
could use a little calm down.
I could use a little calm.
Okay, we'll see what that is. That is up on Twitter right now. Who on the show gives the worst advice? Kevin, Virginia, Jaybird. That's 3 options there.
Kay Jacobs in the chat room thinks I give the. I mean, it's not looking good for me either, Virginia.
Yes, Kay, please go vote.
Okay, Virginia got the first vote, so she's in the lead right now.
Oh, okay.
Winning.
Okay, who on the show is most likely to ruin a road trip with their attitude? Okay, it could go south. It would ruin the road trip. Everybody here is pretty chill for the most part.
We all have fun on road trips.
Yeah, but who might possibly get into a bad mood or something might go wrong that could have their attitude ruin the road trip? I can see Virginia getting upset with something and maybe not being able to let it go.
I can see, not to sound like I'm jumping on the bandwagon here, but I can see Virginia too.
Okay.
If something was to get in her craw and
it would have to be something to set her off, but if it did, you may not get her back and it might kind of bring down the mood.
What do you mean I have a bad attitude? Jerk off?
No, it's just more of, if you fought with that person, how long is it going to take for things to get back to normal? And that's really what you got to ask yourself.
Yeah.
It's a minute.
It might be a minute with her.
Okay. Who on the show is most likely to get too drunk at somebody's funeral and cause a scene? At a funeral?
Funeral?
Okay, too drunk at a funeral. Now, I've got probably a different approach to a lot of funerals than most. I don't like sadness. I steer away from it. If anybody were kind of like there and we were having a good time, I could see myself maybe getting caught up with people, reminiscing. And
you would never be this person, though. You would never be the one that disrupts a funeral.
Well, now, what are you talking about causing a scene? Now, I'm not even when I get really hammered, I'm still a fun guy. I may fall over and things like that, but I'm not going to be causing a scene like anything violent. But still, if you're too hammered and you're kind of falling over, you're still causing a scene.
I don't want to keep saying the same answer. I feel
Virginia? Again?
I've kind of learned my lesson, though. I cannot drink at a funeral or after a funeral or right in that week following a funeral. If I'm really upset about somebody's death, I've learned that drinking and death does not go well for me.
What would happen with me, the way I would make a scene, if it was somebody I was really close with, and I was drinking, I would probably be a sobbing mess where you're like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Let's get this guy out of here.
Okay, so maybe right now you'd be in the lead on that?
It's definitely Virginia. It's want to make her feel better.
Okay. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was some dummy that called in a bomb threat to Fort Lauderdale International Airport the other day. He was like, what, upset because they wouldn't let him check a bag or something?
He was mad because they charged him for his extra bag.
Yeah.
And he was disrespected, he felt, by the clerk.
Okay.
And so he said, well, there's a bomb in the bag then. Yeah, they cleared the airport for 4 hours.
Yeah, thanks.
Drama.
Mm-hmm. So who on the show is most likely to call in a bomb threat to get out of something?
I think it's It might be either me. It's between me, Suits, and Denny's.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would never.
I would never do it either, but if we're talking about who's most likely, it might be me.
Okay.
Only because I think I have weird, over-the-top thoughts. You gotta talk me down every now and then.
Truly crazy.
You snap. Yeah. Okay, what about this? Who on the show is most likely to have an affair? Oh, wow.
Scandalous.
Okay. That would be something. Now, people might say, because I never get any action, Kev would be the most likely to have an affair.
You're too scared.
But I'm too terrified of my wife to do that. There would be, I don't know, she'd probably kill me first, but there'd be 2 murders.
And I think you're also just, that's not the way for you. It's just not, it's not the spiritual way for your life.
I don't think that happened. I don't see anybody ever having this issue on our show, but is there anybody that would stand out as the most likely? It's not any of us would.
What's your answer? Because I feel like I'm answering first a lot, and then I am getting bad looks from Virginia.
Don't put it on me.
No, I'm not putting it
I'm
on.
not cheating on my sweet panda.
I know it's cheating, but who's most likely?
I don't think it would ever happen. If you're having most likely,
let's go with Suits. He's not in the room. He's not with anybody. Suits
is. Okay, if you ever got with somebody, yeah, I guess I'd have to see. Yeah, what would Suits be like?
Suits, you pig.
Yeah.
Damn, Suits.
That doesn't jump out.
Dragging your name through the mud.
Oh, I know. I mean, is he in here?
No.
No, then you know the rule.
Okay, we're starting to tick up on some of the votes here on the Twitter poll I just put up. Who on the show gives the worst advice? After 17 votes, Virginia leads with 59% of the votes. Jaybird's got 35%, and I've got 6.
I knew you weren't going to win that one.
Okay, so you can
you're too
continue to vote
sound.
there.
Safe and sound.
You never take any risks.
We're a little edgy and ballsy. We'll take the heat. Bring the heat on.
All right. Very nice. Okay, so if you want to go vote, I'll get Denny's put that up on some other platforms as well. Is there a problem with wearing jeans to a wedding? I guess it depends upon the people that are getting married, but Jaybird knew of somebody that got into some hot water because they decided to wear jeans to somebody's wedding, and it really upset a lot of the people there, including, I guess it was the bride that was upset.
Well, it's so my niece's friends, they have great drama. They really provide really good content. And one of her friends got married over the weekend.
Okay.
And so the groom's brother wore jeans to the wedding, and it was not a jean type wedding. He wasn't in the wedding party, but he was a guest, and I guess the fact that he wore jeans as a guest caused so much drama. And I'm hearing them talk about how upset everybody was. And I'm like, all right, I get you're annoyed, but should it really make you this mad?
It shouldn't rule you, and you shouldn't live and die by the fact that he wore jeans, but he is out of line.
People are going to do things that annoy you. Don't let it ruin your day.
Exactly.
Jeans are going to ruin your day?
Yeah, I don't understand why, because it depends too. And, this is a good point. I was looking at some of the comments and, where people in the chat room were set. And Ashley said, I don't think wearing jeans is a big deal at a wedding so long as they're not gross or dirty. And it's not the groom or bride unless they're down with it and that's what they want. So you got to qualify, like, what kind of jeans are we talking about? Because there are a lot of, you can put together some really cool looking outfits that are jeans.
From what I gathered, they weren't a hot pair of jeans or anything like that.
Okay, so we're talking
about... They were
about
just jeans.
Grubby, nasty. It looks like he would be running out to get a hamburger at a fast food restaurant.
I don't think they were dirty or anything. They were just regular good old boy jeans. I'm wearing jeans to a wedding.
I look at him and I go, "Oh, bless your heart," and then I move on. Because
just move on.
It doesn't really matter to my life if he's wearing jeans. He's a boob, but what do I care?
Well, I think some people think everything has to go perfect on their wedding day, and
it's dangerous.
I'm letting you know, there ain't nothing perfect in this world.
The most fun you can have at your wedding is when everything goes awry.
Yes.
Trust me. My wedding photographer bought Coke off the street from a homeless guy that turned out to be rat rat poison, and she tripped balls, and it was awesome.
Oh, I mean, it was it
was amazing.
It was awesome mixed with awful, if that makes sense. It really was. It wasn't that great.
Well, then she tried to attack us. That did suck. But before that, it was fun.
She was knocking on my hotel room.
She was banging on Jason's door. I know you're in there.
I was hiding in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, because she snorted rat poison. We were all hiding.
I was afraid to make any kind of movement. Because, oh my gosh, I think she heard me.
She can see me. She can feel me.
DJ said, yeah, my daughter got married in Key Largo. There were a couple of guys wearing jeans with nice shoes and a suit coat, no problem.
And everybody was okay.
Key Largo's a little different.
Yeah, this was a Jupiter wedding. It was in the Jupiter area.
Okay.
It was a little fancier.
Okay. What about cargo shorts? Is that worse than jeans?
Yeah.
Somebody's wearing that, or you start. I mean, is there anything somebody could wear where you start to be like, okay?
If you come in a G-string, then we had to probably talk. And I'm personally okay with it.
I know you are. If you ever get married, you might get married in a G-string.
The G-strings part is the only believable part of that story.
Okay. So it sounds like a majority of people are fine with anybody wearing jeans to a wedding. Not going to be.
Don't get all upset about it.
If you get that upset, check yourself.
Okay. All right, there you go. If you ever want to get through to us, 877-979-WRMF, you can hit us up. Some messages that we got even from the app. We were talking about the Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream that they are coming up with. They partnered with an ice cream company, Van Leeuwen. It's available on the Van Leeuwen website starting at 11 a.m. this morning if you want to get that. Thanks to Aaron.
Van Leeuwen.
From Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
One of our Boston listeners let us know that was what was going on.
They called it and yelled at Danny's.
And also, just to let you know, too, I saw that they're going to be doing a mac and cheese bash this weekend at Due South Brewing in Boynton Beach. It looks like Friday, Saturday.
You say mac and cheese bash?
Yeah.
Is Savory Eats involved in the catering?
I think Savory Eats left town, Virginia.
They did?
Yeah, they're not around anymore.
Not knowing things about localities, my gig.
I haven't been to any breweries in forever.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're gone.
This a legit festival kind of a thing?
Yeah, they've done it. I don't think this is the first time they've done it.
This ain't gonna be like that pizza fest they did a few years ago. It went terrible.
In fact, I think I went to this 2 years ago, if I remember right. And you're right, Savory Eats was a part of it 2 years ago, and it was very crowded. They had a very long line as they're doing the mac and cheese. It was very popular.
Okay.
And different kinds of mac and cheese, all varieties?
I didn't get any because,
we get it. Yeah.
You haven't had pasta since the 2000s.
Yeah, I was, partaking in the beer that they had there.
He hasn't had pasta since Bush was in office, the first one.
Yes. So that'll be going on this weekend, too. Well, we're checking the poll here. Who on the show gives the worst advice? Virginia's still in the lead, 55% of the vote.
Oh, it's closing in.
Yeah, Bird at 38. I'm at 7. Somebody broke it down, said Virginia gives the worst advice when it comes to child rearing. Kevin gives the worst advice when it comes to marriage. And Jaybird, when he ends the advice with, on your deathbed, does it really matter?
Oh, whatever. I stick by that one. Yeah. On your deathbed, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff probably won't.
That's what people
that upset you, as I'm saying.
This won't.
Yes.
Yeah, this won't. Yeah, on my deathbed, the fact I'm annoyed now from the comments won't even matter.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Helen hit us up from the app with the thought, said, what if the person at the wedding doesn't have anything other than jeans? Wouldn't you rather have them there than not just because that's all they have is jeans? Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why does it bother you?
Stop caring so much.
About it.
Giggle under your breath at them and then move along.
Giggle and then jiggle, baby.
Always curious to hear what people have to say for this. 75% of people say that they want to age gracefully. That's 3 out of 4. I mean, honestly, you would think you'd be hard-pressed to be like, no, I hope I age terribly.
I want to look like an old rug.
But apparently 25% of people are like, yeah, I want to look like a hag. I don't know.
I don't get that.
I don't get that, but 75% say they want to age gracefully. 40% are even willing to try an experimental procedure to keep their youthful appearance.
I think what that 25% means is they're just not going to get caught up with. There's only so much
I'm going to live my life.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do until time's going to get you.
I'm not doing any extra maintenance.
Yeah.
So I always like hearing this. Your strategy to stay looking young. You know what's kind of interesting was that Ed Sheeran song. We'd played it right when it first came out. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I could hear it. But it was just weird because I knew it was Ed Sheeran when I hit play. And I was like, oh, I'm not so sure. And I got to tell you, then the other day I was just kind of listening to some streaming music and it came on. I'm like, this is a great song. And I'm like, oh, that's Ed Sheeran.
It's a great song.
And I realized, okay, I actually do like the song. So, bam. I guess that's just kind of what it all is.
It doesn't sound like his traditional sound or vibe,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a quicker pace.
I can't turn your mic on, Jaybird.
Oh, too bad.
I know.
Now, there it is. Were you leaning on it or something?
I really wasn't, but
Hamburger elbow?
Kevin's trying to tell me something.
No.
No, I'm over here trying to hit it and it's not turning on. I'm like, what's going on over here?
I know.
Yeah. So we're talking about people who really do want to try to do some kind of maintenance stuff. I got to tell you, the one thing that was a big eye-opener for me, I think it was about 15 years ago now, probably. In fact, I remember I was at downtown the Gardens, and we were at, can't even remember the name of it. It was the Mexican place that they had there. Everybody go hang out.
Cabo Flats.
It was Cabo Flats. I was outside of the bar, and there's this dude, and we were just talking, whatever, and his buddy made a reference. He's like, oh, I can't believe you're going to be 50. I'm like, you're not going to be 50. I thought this guy's probably about 33. Showed me his ID. Sure enough, he was about to turn 50. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, somebody told me, and I started this in my mid-20s, every day I use face cream. I was like, wow.
Oh, like eye cream?
And that next day, I went out and I got face cream, and I've used it every day since. I don't know if it's done any good for it, but that was the one thing that if I had to say, what is your one thing to try to stay young that you do maintenance, young looking? To me, it would be the face cream.
It's a great tip.
You look like you're in your early 30s.
Thank you.
You look great.
I appreciate that. I saw a couple of people on here talking about the one thing if they had to pass it on. Some people have mentioned type 2 collagen. What exactly is that? I don't even know what that is.
A lot of people are taking collagen now as like a supplement.
Okay.
And supposedly, collagen makes you just look youthful, fuller, like areas that get depleted as time goes by, that sunken look.
What is it? Is it a pill? Is it a cream?
You can put a powder in your drink, I think. It's a pill. I think collagen comes in several different forms.
Okay.
How's your neck going? I'm getting kind of like old man neck. You getting that yet?
Well, you know what? The one thing I had heard was that was part of the advice that somebody had said one time too. They said a lot of people don't think about their neck. So a lot of times I even try to put the face cream on the neck because people just don't think about it. They just think about their face. But yeah, the neck can age. And what would be really weird, have you ever seen people have a young face and old neck?
Yes.
It's a weird, you see that a lot in South Florida. And clearly they had facial work done, but they didn't bother with the neck. And it's just kind of weird when you start seeing people, and they look like different aged people. They may have really old hands, young face, a 20-year-old's behind.
That's what looks weird.
But old-ass ankles. You're like, it's just really weird how some of these people look.
That's what looks weird sometimes with some of the celebrities. You know that they're older, and they look young old. You look at them and go, yeah, they look young, but they look young old. It's kind of, it's weird.
There's a gift to just looking young for your age, and it's hard to keep everything balanced because you do, like you'd said to your point about the neck, you've got to kind of keep everything.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're out living your life and not worried about your neck being looking old, you're going to wake up one morning, you're going to have old-ass neck. Yeah. And that's okay. You can have old-ass neck. You're supposed to age as a person.
OAN.
Own. Yeah, own.
Yeah. I think that's kind of it. So
we live in a culture where if you are aging, you're supposed to feel bad about yourself. You can't help aging.
You can't help it, but if it makes you feel better to tweak this or that, and you like the way that you look and feel in the mirror, then do it.
I 110% agree with you. My point is just I think people get caught up with, oh my gosh, I'm getting old and I can't believe it, and my looks and my youth. I've seen it happen, and it's rough. A hot girl realizing she's getting older.
Oh, I've seen it too.
I've seen it, and
a hot girl will have a meltdown.
A huge melt. Oh my gosh, I'm turning 35.
She'll start crying.
I'm 35. You're young.
I know a really hot girl who I think is still smoking hot. And I hadn't seen her in a while, and I just saw her the other day, and the first thing she did was apologize for her looks.
And that's
I was like, what are you talking about? You are gorgeous, and you've always been gorgeous, and you'll probably be gorgeous till you're 90. Like, how do you not see yourself like we all see you?
That's just the culture of today. That's what people are made to feel bad. That's why she feels bad, because she knows if she goes on her Instagram, someone's going to say a comment to her. It's going to get in her head. I don't don't know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
You don't.
Other than just kind of like doing the face cream and starting that younger in life, the collagen thing people are saying can be found in fish, chicken, egg white, citrus fruits, berries, red and yellow vegetables, garlic, white tea, stuff like that. That's the other thing people are saying. And then the other one is water. No Jaybird hates that, but they say that is another really easy, quick hack that makes sure that you are drinking plenty of water in your life, and that will help you maintain a youthful appearance.
I've been working on this water all morning long. I am just sick to death of. I'm nauseous from this water, and it's not even close to what I need to be drinking in a day.
I know, it's hard to do, but you got to do it.
Do you drink 2 of these a day?
Oh, more than that.
Really?
I've filled this up already twice this morning.
Are you drinking a ton of water all the time, Kev?
I wouldn't say a ton. I do have beverages that have powder in it, and it's water-based primarily, and then I will try to go through at least a big old kind of cup of water every single day, just water. So I'm at least doing that, and I'm sure a lot of people will probably say it's not enough.
And vodka with ice. I mean, ice is water. That counts.
There you go.
I honestly think I'm one of those rare people that is allergic to water.
You're allergic to water and hot sauce.
I am.
You have a visceral reaction.
It chokes me.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else pointed out, too, forget just about what the neck is looking like. In South Florida, you ever seen gator chest? That's the person that has that sun damage, and it looks
so bad.
I think I'm working on some gator
You
shit.
got gator skin going on there on the chest. So there you go. A couple helpful hints that maybe help you maintain that youthful appearance. Now, talking about looking younger, somebody sent this in, said that people who typically look younger for their age eat healthy, exercise, take vitamins. I think we probably already heard that before. Drinking the water is also something that people are recommending, and a lot of people are talking about doing this collagen, which I got to look into. Apparently, you just drop it in your coffee or your beverage a couple times a day, and that apparently is working wonders for people.
I've had a couple of people tell me about collagen. It's good for your hair, too, apparently.
Okay. Yeah.
And you love that.
I'll have to look into that. Also, they say that if you're talking about vitamins, increased levels of vitamin D are one of the big things you want to go with. They're associated with longer telomeres. And I guess the telomeres help protect your cells from breaking down over time and aging. They said that studies show it even helps reverse aging by repairing damaged cells that were once thought that they couldn't be repaired.
That was one of the things recently when I did my blood work that it came back. I was pretty significantly deficient in vitamin D. And so now I'm taking it every single day.
Okay. Very nice. So there you go. Staying looking young. That's why Virginia looks like she's 19.
No, that's about $3,000 worth of filler.
Yeah, well,
You got to get your face insured. Like J-Lo does her booty.
All right, Jaybird, get us out of here with your thought for the day.
You got it. We suffer more in imagination than we do in reality. What do you think? We suffer more in imagination than in reality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See?
I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. Thanks for closing us down there, Jaybird.
You got it.
All right. After the show podcast on the way.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.